family. Okay, so people have parents, people have spouses and partners. Sometimes the parents and the partners are in the same place at the same time, like at my wedding. Sometimes people in families say or do things from which there is no recovery and there is no second chance. And this just about happened to me. Indian weddings can take up to a week. Mine took 2 days. The first day is the day set aside for clearing the ethers and setting the stage for this couple's future. It is an auspicious day, and what happens on this day marks the path for this family that's being created. So, when I told my parents about the man I wanted to marry, I'm just going to tell you what they did. They cried. And they were not tears of joy. They always wanted me to marry a nice Indian doctor. Perhaps you know one. Perhaps you've been treated by one. There were so many of them. They were so sad I couldn't find one. And I didn't. I found a nice Jewish boy from Chicago. Who's not a doctor. So they cried. It was tough. But we got to the point where we were going to get married. And we were just so grateful that everyone was going to be in the same place at the same time and no one was going, hopefully, to die. So, anyway, my mom was sort of, it's an important day, and I have to hand it to my parents. Like, they've come a long way from what they thought my life was going to turn out to what's happening on these 2 days. My mom decides she's going to make David a gift. And this is great. So the ceremony for the blessings is occurring. David is here. He's with my family. The cousins are running around. Every once in a while my mom will say, like, Vadare kanku, which I know you don't know what that means, but it means more red powder. And so she's hand making some craft object for him. And I mean, this is a big deal. So, you know, we're going along, and at some point she says, I'm ready! And everyone is quiet. And it's like the seas part. And she comes up and she hands, and I'm just going to describe this as a brass vessel with a covering. And this brass vessel with a covering is an object that's used in an Indian wedding to give the groom some, it's like a massage object. I know that sounds kinky, but it's not. Anyway, it's got beads in it. You shake it and you kind of rub it, because you sit for like 7 hours. So, you know, someone massages your back. So she's made this thing and she's put this beautiful cover on it. And we don't know what it looks like yet. She comes. She hands it to David, my nice Jewish groom-to-be. And I have this experience with the world. I can't see anything. My only experience is sweat and fear. Because what my mother has spent the morning putting on this cloth that covers the brass vessel, I kid you not, is a swastika. Do you know? Okay, so maybe I should tell you guys that in the Hindu religion, a swastika is, as my mother explained, she said, David, you're not liking it? David says nothing. David is dumbstruck. I am still in like that. I can't do anything. So my mind, I am dying. I have one chance to get married to a Jewish man. If I fail this, I'm going to have to find an Indian doctor. So I've got this one chance to get it right, and my mother has given me a swastika. I'm dying. Nothing. No one says anything. David says, Mom. It's the first time he's used that word for my mother. And I get that. And my mom gets that. And he gets that. And we get a second chance. The wedding happens. It's great. We've checked everything for other swastikas. And just so you know, we've been married for 10 years now. And in our wedding album, there is a picture. It's right up from the wedding day. There's David, there's me, there's my mom behind us, she's kind of giving us a hug from behind, you know. And in her sari decoration that her sister flew in from India, a little red swastika also got a second chance.